Hey everybody, it's Joy. Hello to returning friends and welcome if you are new. If you enjoy today's video, let me know by hitting that like button or leaving me a comment. If you'd like to enjoy more of my videos, please subscribe and ring that little bell. Now on to today's video. Welcome back to Mordalgo, where I am using the concept of the 15-minute city to build a pedestrian utopia in Cities Skylines. I have had so much fun creating this city thus far, and I can't believe we are already at episode 10. So I want to do something really different today. I have been keeping a list of all of your suggestions as you've been making them in the comments, and I feel like I have a large enough list now to put together an episode. So today you are going to be taking control of the city and we are going to implement all of the amazing changes that you guys have suggested. If you are a regular commenter on my video, or if you are a creator, Cities Skylines friend of mine, and you weren't in this video, I couldn't fit everybody in, but I'll be doing this again for episode 20. All right, let's get started. All right, guys, here we are. We're looking at our Department of Tourism building, and then we also have these two large white office buildings. And I've decided these buildings are going to be our offices of community development. And we have some interesting people that work in these offices, and they are going to help us implement all of your suggestions today. So the first city employee that's going to help us fulfill your requests is Sunken Ship. She is the head of our tourism office, and she has gotten two unique requests lately. So let's see what she's up to today. All right, we are down here looking at these two beautiful beachfront property homes. These homes are actually owned by the Department of Tourism. They have them to serve as guest homes when they have special visitors or dignitaries from out of town. They don't want to just put them in the hotel. They want to give them the secluded spot here on the beach. So we're just going to go ahead and name these. This is Department of Tourism, the DOT, owned properties. So Sunken Ship is friends with the Sriracha family from a neighboring city, and they do like to come to Mordalgo to vacation. The thing is that Tony is the kind of guy that you want to have in your good graces and in your back pocket. So Sunken has made a bit of a ethical, moral choice that's not the best, but she has gone ahead and given the Sriracha family the keys to these properties, and they kind of come and go as they please, and they don't pay anything. If you'd like to dive into all the drama with Sunken's new series that involves a prominent crime family, make sure to go check out her channel. It's linked below. All right, on to Sunken's second point of business today, and this one's on the up and up. Okay, our first subscriber request comes from Mantulawin. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. They really wanted to see the open spaces in our city be utilized a bit more. So Sunken has instructed her staff today to go ahead and set up 2 walking tours for the city. This will be for both residents and visitors alike. Sunken is happy with the walking tours that got set up today to her satisfaction. She's gone back to the office and she is challenging her staff to do even more today. By the way, if you haven't checked out Sunken's challenge videos, go look at them and do them. They're awesome. All right, we're back at the offices. We are going to check in with our city historian, Jukaboa. Let's follow him around today and see what he's up to around town. So we have found Jukaboa breaking ground on a project that he's been waiting for approval for a long time. He's been working with a resident called Will City, who his family used to own this very highly valuable property that was taken away from them. And so Will has been working with Jukaboa and with the city to get the land returned to his family. It's finally happened. It's so exciting, and this land is so valuable. But Will has decided to create an urban farm and some affordable housing with his returned property, and it was such a valuable addition to the city. It just made sense for them, and they've really enjoyed working with them on this project. And as a historian, Jukaboa really likes the idea of getting this property back to its original owner. If you're a history nerd or a City Skylines nerd, go check out Jukaboa's channel. He has an amazing new series that is absolutely mind-blowing. It goes all the way back to the Stone Age. So here we are back to our art district, and Jukaboa has been working diligently to get our temple in the city marked historical. That has finally happened. It's great news for the owner of the temple, and just a really neat project that Jukaboa has enjoyed being a part of. And also, the city has needed some diversity in religion. It's really heavy on Christianity, and No Mercy actually runs this temple and just felt it was really important to bring some diversity of religions into the city. It's something that the city needed, and it's just been a really exciting project for everybody involved. In addition to getting the temple marked historical, Jukaboa worked with the city to also get a small, modest adjacent property also marked historical, and it's something that will be very useful for the temple going forward. And Jukaboa was also able to track down the original trees that were used at the temple and able to bring them into the property that is now owned by the temple. All right, guys, we are back at the office. Time to check in on our next employee. We are going to look at our media outreach coordinator, Valley Ladd. Let's see what media events he is covering throughout the city today. Okay, we are heading over to our first media event. This is going to be located at one of our favorite coffee shops in the city, right across from the elementary school. So Evan has been nominated for Teacher of the Year, and they are celebrating at the local coffee shop today. Valley's going to be going live and just letting everyone in on this special event. Guys, if you haven't checked out Livetopia and jumped in on one of Valley Ladd's lives, please do so. I've never laughed so hard in my life. It's always so fun. I love watching Valley risk it for a biscuit in his builds. Okay, the next media event that Valley is going to be covering for the city today is really special. There is a nonprofit in town. It is an animal shelter and veterinary clinic that is run solely on donations from residents. It's a very special place, and it serves the community so well. And it's really staffed by some very special people who also really love playing volleyball when they're not helping out the doggos. This amazing nonprofit is run by none other than Dr. Pooch and his amazing staff, and him are being recognized for all the work they've done in the community to help out all of the animals in need of Mordalgo. His staff includes his COO, Batch, his shelter manager, Demetrius, his dog trainer and handler, Kami, and his foster coordinator, Scar. They just all work together so well to do good for the community. Okay guys, if you are on the City Planner Plays Discord, you might recognize these names. If you're not, what are you doing? Get over there. It's so much fun. So Pooch, Batch, Demetrius, Kami, and Scar you can actually, they're not City Skylines creators on YouTube, but you can actually check out the cities that they are building in City Planner Plays Discord under the Share Your City channel. They each have sub channels under there, so you can follow along with their city builds. It's really a lot of fun. They're doing some really cool, amazing things with their individual cities. So if you're looking for more content to absorb from City Skylines, get ideas, hang out with cool people, and just experience what other builders are doing outside of us creators on YouTube, definitely go check it out and give them some love. Also, fun fact, you can ping Pooch with all of the dog pictures you want. He really does love them, so feel free to do that. All right, guys, we've got our nice little office building set up here, which can be administration offices for the nonprofit. I think this really turned out super cute. What a nice place to work, what a great cause, and what a good addition to our city. Thanks, Valley, for covering this. Wow, it's already been a very busy day in the city, but we've got more to do. We're going to check in with Gretel. She is in charge of our community activism, and so she helps a lot of people get their petitions together and try to see what projects she can get approved through the city. Sometimes Gretel's works with residents in the cities to put together these petitions, and sometimes they never make it past her desk. Sometimes she just knows that there's certain things that just won't get approved by the city. Now, No Mercy, who is the owner of the temple, wants to have this highway removed. She wants it gone. She's got a petition. They've got some signatures, and this is a beautiful lake, and Gretel's understands the value of having no highways, but she knows the city is never going to improve it. Okay guys, Gretel's has a brand new series on her channel where she is building a city without any highways. It is fantastic. Make sure you go check it out. Okay, let's see what project Gretel's can get approved today though, because I'm sure there's at least one or two. Okay, Gretel's has been working hand in hand with Chris for a long time on a petition to get a birds and bee sanctuary put in the city, and it finally got approved today. So they are breaking ground and putting this in. And Dr. Pooch has graciously sold them the land for this at a very reasonable price. This is going to be so great for the city, just a really great place for visitors to come. And Chris is so excited because he finally gets to teach the citizens all about the importance of the birds and the bees. Gretel's and Chris are so happy with how this came together, and they are planning a media event with Valley to show this off to the city very soon. And Sunken, as the head of the tourism department, is just really proud of her entire team for all the amazing changes that she's seen so far in the city. But we're not done yet. All right, yes, we are back at the office. It is time to check in with our events coordinator, Raid Kitty. Let's see what fun community events she has planned today. So the first event is right across the street from Raid's office. This is easy for her. She can grab her cup of coffee and walk right across the street. But to be fair, she's put a lot of work and effort into this event. Today they are handing off the keys to the city. So the people of Freudenstadt, and I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly, made Joy an honorary mayor in their city, and wow, so cool. So today we want to hand the keys to the city off to their mayor, the witch doctor. Thank you so much. That was just such a great honor to be named an honorary mayor in your city, and I thank you for spending time in mine. All right, this event went so well. Raid is so happy, but now she's on to our next community organized event. Let's go see what she's up to. All right, we are at the Captain's Saloon. Raid Kitty is coming to meet the owner of this local brew pub in town, and it's a real popular one. It's a nice local spot. Captain Obvious has been our owner of the bar for a long time, and he's also a fan of D&D, and so is Raid Kitty, and they are putting together an event for the community where members can come and play D&D at his bar. What a fun time. Okay guys, so there's just a trailer out so far, but Raid Kitty is putting together a Cities Skylines D&D map. Yes, there's going to be dragons. I am so excited about this, and I don't think I've ever seen anyone do anything like this, so definitely make sure to go check that out. All right, we've got this other little office building tucked in here, and I am going to name this the Office of Complaints. And this office is run by Jeff and Jeff. You guys know who you are. Appreciate you both always comment on my videos. And I love that I have two Jeffs, and they're both spelled right, but you guys can fight about that. So they've been getting a lot of complaints lately, and they are gonna dive in today and address them all. So our first complaint today comes from No Mercy, our owner of our temple. She likes to come over here to this side of town, to this special spot. You get a great view of the beachfront here. You've got the dog park and the playground, and it really is a magical place. However, she has rallied the citizens in this neighborhood to demand a better fence than this one. Originally, this smaller low fence was put in to preserve the view, but it's not great for dogs or kids. So the city has compromised, and they are going to put in this park fence. It does help preserve the view, but it does increase the safety. Overall, this was a really great improvement for this neighborhood. Thanks, Jeff and Jeff. All right, Jeff and Jeff have now made their way over to this cafe, and we just handed off the keys of the city to the witch doctor, and they wanted to come enjoy this nice little cafe, except it is a very high jump for citizens to get into. So Jeff and Jeff have agreed to flip the building around and make it more accessible for everybody. So Rusty has made a complaint to Jeff and Jeff that there is too much shade from these trees overlooking the garden, and it's making so the community garden is not growing to its full potential and therefore can't donate as much to the city. So this was a problem Jeff and Jeff definitely wanted to get fixed. So Jeff and Jeff head back to the office, and they decide they are going to go over to Fry Guys and grab some lunch with their pal Larry Skylines and Will CS. They've asked Will and Larry to join them for lunch because they want them to help out with a complaint that they've really been struggling to fix. And Glad It's Not Me has put together a petition from the city, from the residents of the city, and have let them know about rampant bike theft going on. And being that our citizens so rely on bikes for transportation in the city, Jeff and Jeff know this is a problem they've got to get on top of right away. And they know Larry and Will are the right guys to help them. So Will CS has come up with a brilliant plan. He actually develops apps for a tech company, and he knows an app can fix the bike theft problem. So he has designed an app that allows you to register your bike, and that way there'll be a bike database. So if you go to buy a bike, you're not sure if it's stolen or not, you can check it right on your phone. It also will include a real-time GPS tracker for your bike, and the city has agreed to give every citizen a free tracker in exchange for 1 hour of community service. It's a great deal. Everyone's really happy, and Will just thinks this is going to cut down on bike theft a lot. Larry, however, is a contractor in the city, and he actually builds a lot of the parking lots and the bike racks in the city, and he's been looking at some new technology. So when you put your bike in the bike rack, it automatically locks for you, and he's been able to work with Will to tie that into the app as well. These changes together, Jeff and Jeff think they've got this bike theft problem solved. Good job, guys. So Jeff and Jeff are tired. They are done for the day. They don't want to handle any other complaints, but they had a new complaint, or more like a concern, show up on their desk. So Nathan really wants the city to look at its transit. Is there overcrowding? Are the wait times long? Does the city need other forms of transit? So Jeff and Jeff, like I said, they don't want to do any more work today. They've done enough. So they've decided to knock on the door of the newbie in town. So Jake is a brand new engineer in the city, and he's willing to jump in and do anything. He's super enthusiastic. So Jeff and Jeff know they can pass off the job to him. So let's see what Jake does to improve our transit. Okay, Jake is starting with our bus line that serves our educational uses. It also serves as a cross town bus. It's kind of in between our two major tram lines. So Jake decides to clean up the line a little bit, add a couple more stops, make sure there's transfer opportunities, and overall I think the bus line makes a lot more sense now. Thanks, Jake. The next thing Jake decides to do is just do an audit of our entire tram system, make sure there are enough trams, and make sure no stops are getting overcrowded or that people are getting left behind. Great job, Jake, cleaning up our bus lines and making those make a little bit more sense in our city. Now, I think one thing we need to think about is bringing in an intercity bus station to bring in more tourists to the area. So I'm going to plop that down. We're going to do some detailing and potentially add in a few more bus lines. Okay, so we've got our two bus lines put in. So we've got our education line, and this is just going to be our shuttle bus to pull visitors to get them to easy transfer points around the city so they can hop on any other type of transportation to get where they need to go. We may add more lines directly from this in the future. All right, looks like this bus has gained some popularity. I would love to keep this a school bus. It's really meant for education, but I think the citizens have clearly spoken that they need this bus route, being that Jake fixed it up and made it make more sense. It's getting more ridership now, so it's something to keep an eye on for sure. Next thing is, I think this area here could use a crosstown bus line, so let's get that put in. Alright guys, now we have easy transfer points between our bus line and the trams. Same over here. Easy transfer points between our different lines. And I think the city is serviced much better with public transportation. And I think the tram over here, it's pretty quiet, but I think once we get this area a bit more filled in, it will be highly utilized. All right, guys, well, this is where we're going to end it for today. Thank you so much for hanging out. I really appreciate all of your comments and suggestions. I do see them all, and we'll address them every 10 episodes. I think it's fun to put them all together like this. And yeah, potentially we'll hear more from our city employees next time. It's been a lot of fun. I hope you all have a joyful day, and I'll catch you next time.